Scott Pilgrim stars Michael Cera as Scott Pilgrim, and he has to fight Ramona Flowers, the woman of his dreams, seven exes, in order to win her heart. I know this is very, very late because this movie just came out on DVD last week, but I never got the chance to see it in theaters, so this is my review right now. When I saw the previews for this movie, I had no idea what it was because I didn't know there was a comic book of it because I don't read comic books very often. But I like Michael Cera, and I think he's hilarious. I like all of his movies, so I wanted to see this movie, just never got the chance to see it in theaters. And now I definitely regret not seeing it in theaters because I literally just finished the DVD and I absolutely loved this movie. I thought it was hilarious and it has heart to it and it's just all around a fun movie. And the main reason I liked it is because a lot of it reminded me of my childhood. I mean, like the games and stuff that they kind of play off of, I played when I was a kid. Like when he beats one of the X's, they turn into coins, and it just reminds me of the old arcade days. And one of the kicks that Ramona uses just reminds me of the old Tekken games that I used to play. And it's just an all-around fun movie. It just anybody who is a big video game fan or music fan is absolutely going to love this movie. So I'm going to say it right now before this whole review ends because it's not going to be very long and I'm not going to include spoilers. If you haven't seen this movie and you grew up around video games, you need to watch it because it is a great movie for video game lovers. I'll probably end up reading comic books now that I've seen the movie, but I just could never get into comic books. I was always the kind of I mean it's a graphic novel, it's not actually a comic book. So since it's a graphic novel, I might actually end up reading it because I actually like graphic novels more than regular comic books. Um, I'm not sure what the woman's or the girl's name is that plays Ramona Flowers, but she is gorgeous. I wish I could see her in more movies, and she was great in this movie too. She really played the role well, and the one that really stood out for me was Chris Evans as Lucas Lee, I think his name was, the actor, the skateboarding actor. And you could tell that when Chris Evans was filming this, that he was getting ready for Captain America because he's bigger in this movie than he is in his normal movies. Usually he's not very muscular or anything, but in this you could tell he's built up and he's getting ready for his Captain America role. But that whole scene was just hilarious. Chris Evans trying to be a badass action star was just funny. I mean, I think part of it he was making fun of his Fantastic Four role as being a superhero type. I don't know. I just thought it was great. But that's about all I can say about this movie. Is I absolutely loved it. The one thing I will say, and most of you have already seen this, so I'm not going to worry about warning about spoilers or anything, is the ending. At first, when Ramona starts to leave, I thought that uh, she was going to let Scott be with Knives, his ex-girlfriend that he left Ramona for. So I was kind of upset, and then when Knives tells him to go, and him and Ramona walk off together, I was very happy with the ending. At first, I thought that they were going to leave it at the whole Ramona walked away and they don't end up together thing. The one thing that impressed me the most in this movie was the special effects. I'm not sure what the budget was in this movie, but it's got some pretty cool effects to it. As I said, the coins as he defeats the ex-boyfriend, and after he defeats the ex-boyfriend, there's the numbers that pop up. And if you haven't seen this, the Battle of the Bands part between him and her ex of the twins is just amazing. The CGI and the special effects in that part is awesome. I loved it. Um, like I said, as most of you have seen this, so if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry, but it's they are Battle of the Bands, but the twins have these dragons come out, and Scott and his band start to rock out and have this gorilla type creature, and basically it's like two creatures versus each other instead of Scott versus the X, and it's just a cool scene. You have to see it. But that's about all I can say. I love this movie, and I definitely recommend it. Thanks, guys.